live. Hi, Jerry. Hello. We are both live. Welcome. Okay. Oh shoot. Hi, Dakota.
You flip your camera?
Oh crap. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to get this technical stuff down.
Hey Jim, welcome to Scope.
Thanks, hey Dakota, thank you so much for inviting followers.
Welcome to our Scopes.
Hi. Hey.
You still cold?
I'm freezing.
Keep warming up.
Thank you so much, Dakota 41. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Hey Shar,
did you see in, sharing that. Thank you for sharing.
Did you see Josh and I went hiking today at Runyon Canyon? Yay.
I saw that picture.
Michael Mapes. Hi Michael.
Michael's in here.
Hi. Thank you so much, you guys. It's so cold.
It's not that cold.
It's cold. Michael Mapes says hello, hi Evie and Barry.
Hi Michael.
Hi.
I saw your comments on her Parachute TV, which is an awesome. By the way, congratulations to this woman for Parachute TV debuting.
Yes.
Awesome stuff.
Thank you so much. And we're still gonna get together and do our scope. So
yes.
Don't worry. The doctors will still be in. The doctors will still
there
be
was
in.
a certain concern about that.
Oh, no sound? Wait a second. No sound? There's no sound?
Can you hear me on this one?
Can you hear me?
Thanks for sharing, by the way.
Yeah,
VJ, can you make sure
you
hear me?
Everybody hears me. Okay.
Italian Racing. Wow, those great names coming in.
Italian
okay,
Racing. Italian.
Okay.
There's an Italian on board? Wait a second.
I got Italian Racing on mine.
Okay. All right. Yay, everybody. Okay,
right.
Great. Everybody can hear me. We're live from Culver City. I know.
Should just to show you quickly. This is. Okay, I can do it this way. This is so much fun. This.
Ciao. I know. Ciao. I know you're Italian.
This is my.
This is hers holding her phone up.
Cracking me up.
I know.
I just say that she needs some help with a mounting system for her phone.
Okay, right. You turned your hearing aid up. That's good. Thank you so much, Josh, for inviting followers. Back away from the Italianos.
Hey, my brother lives in Italy. Be nice. His wife's Italian. Just like my sister-in-law is Italian.
Yeah, but Italian women are different than Italian men. Right?
Yeah, slightly.
Hey, it's Joe's friend. Hey, Joe's friend, how are you? You're Italian?
Hang on, are you Joe's friend or is that Joe's friend?
I'm Joe's friend. That was Joe's friend.
Ah, okay. See, someone's Italian in your scope.
Hey, Alexi, SP, welcome.
All right, welcome to Scope.
We don't really know what we're going to be talking about today.
I got one person in my scope according to this, so let's share this out.
Tim from Baton Rouge. Hi, Tim
nice.
from Baton Rouge.
Cool.
So we have an open forum today, I guess.
This will be, although what's coming up, what's been...
Bless you.
VJ, it looks like an issue joining my scope, so hopefully you're going to keep in here. So thanks for coming back in again. I appreciate your persistence, and thanks for sharing your followers. I appreciate that as well. Young Spring Roll, thank you for being here.
Young Spring Roll.
Young, yeah, that one too.
So go ahead.
So what's been up for me lately is, because there's a topic last night on the men's Perry Dudes conversation. Nice to have you here, VJ. The conversation was about how men's appearance differs from their inner feelings or emotions. Inner feelings, I think it was. But what I was really becoming clear on as the second piece of that, which we didn't talk about last night, but I will talk about today, perhaps if that's on the table, is false expectations.
For the women about the men or the men about the women?
Yes. Let's put both on the table. I don't know, you want to play with that one?
Expectations.
Because I had conversations with friends of mine recently about this. So one was going, maybe there should be a topic for our...
The men's group? Paradudes, if you guys are not on Paradudes.
For the men.
For the men. If you are a man, you need to join Paradudes. PERIDUDES.com.
Message straight to the Facebook group. And the goals have Perry goals.
Bones, what's up?
Uh-huh.
I love the parachute. What's that?
It was late.
Yeah, well, it's all about Joe. It's all about Joe, and I love Joe. Hi, Michael. Thank you.
He's
so
in
much.
the scope.
It was fine.
It
was fine. It was all good. It was all good. Had a great time. I
wasn't
even watching the comments anyway. So fuck y'all. I'm just kidding.
Excuse me?
I'm just kidding. I love Joe too.
It's a daytime. Let's make it make it like PG-13 or something.
PG-13
or PG, whatever it is.
PG-13.
Sorry, got some dust in my eye.
All right.
Okay.
So
So that's one topic I put on the table. So you got something different?
That's really good. Next, expectations in relationships.
Right. Or in dating. Period. Dating
or
expectations.
Or in dating, it's really hard. I know for me, I have standards that I want met.
Which you never violate, of course.
I have sense. I never violate my own.
That was the piece right
I never violate my own standards.
You never get tempted to drop a few standards just to get someone you think is really cute, do you?
Anyway.
I can see you.
No. Okay. All right. Yes, I have. I have lowered my standards.
Right.
For many reasons that are not
I've
good.
And I've done the same thing when because in my past when a woman would come up to me being attracted because that was something that I didn't expect, it would override my radar, my own sensitivities, my own standards,
Boundaries.
Yeah, because a conversation I've had recently with clients and talks about it on Periscope is about red flags, or to say deal breakers.
Oh, red flags.
You pretend to be an almost virgin, meaning you were nothing close.
Technical virgin. I didn't inhale.
All right, Tyrone, welcome to the Scope. Thanks for joining us. Come on in, and please share it out on Twitter and Periscope.
Hey, Tyrone.
Getting people
hey,
in.
Hey, Sherry. Thank you so much,
Sherry.
Sherry. Thank you so much for
joining.
Both
sides. Ale Blues. That's a good name. Cool. Welcome. You've given up on expectations, found different ones more realistic. Well, that's the thing too. If your expectations are a little bit, barely, nice. If you have expectations beyond the fantasies, then maybe you want to reconsider. But some people have expectations that are really like grounded. Like they want to be someone who doesn't smoke, or doesn't cheat, or doesn't drink. Those aren't fantasy expectations. Those are possibles. Those are in fact accountable if you want that. Because for example, if you're someone who's been through 12-step, you want to be with somebody who doesn't abuse alcohol because it's going to be too challenging for you, perhaps.
Right.
So that's a realistic expectation. So it depends what you mean. Was it Vijay said that about what your expectations were before to what they are now? You don't want to lower them so far they're below the floor.
Speak English.
Tyrone, I am English. I am speaker to English.
Expectations.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there are things that are are deal breakers, non-negotiables that,
right.
You know, for example, I personally, I don't like smokers.
It's 12 steps from the bar at last call.
Exactly.
You've measured it, I see.
Yeah. I'm not
Renee, nice to have you here. Thank you.
I'm not into
thank
smokers.
You for followers too.
I'm not into daily pot smokers either. I like guys who take care of themselves physically. It doesn't have to be super cut or anything like that. They just have to be healthy. They just have to have the self-respect.
You have no expectations because everyone on a date looks like a trash bag filled with mango pulp. You might want to start building something. That's pretty. I mean, if you don't really care, then it works for you. That's fine.
What's hate 420? What's that?
420 is the code for pot, if I remember correctly.
Oh, really?
The time of day when pot smokers return to smoke.
This is how involved I am in the pot.
And not involved you are, right?
World. What else? Just.
Oh, by the way, anybody watching the Scopes, we are doing 2 phones at once, so maybe wondering what comments we're responding to.
Yes.
Because we have stuff on my phone here, sorry, that one, and then on Evie's one over here.
Yes.
So that's why we're bopping back and forward.
So we're toggling. We're toggling between the two. So excuse us if our eyes are like.
Just reading comments on both sides.
Yeah. We're reading comments on both phones. So.
Yes.
Tag team
both
event.
phones,
Exactly.
Yes. This is the Doctors Are In, episode 4.
Episode 4. Yay!
This is amazing. It's been a month of this.
This is great. We have to have a celebration at episode 10.
Definitely milestones. Yes, those are good.
We can talk about our milestones, like personal relationship milestones.
Ooh, that's for episode 10.
Right.
So just planting a seed for an episode coming up in the future.
Yes.
This season on The Doctors Are In.
Right. This season. So we're talking about expectations.
Yes.
And is it fair to have expectations of people? Aside from those non-negotiables, I mean, is it fair to be like, yeah, I would like to see my guy twice a week, or I would like to, I don't know.
Well, for me, the way I language it, just personal languaging, Tyrone, you got a really weird sense of humor, and your comments are not really helping in this one, but you want to keep doing that? Fine, go ahead. Thank you, Amanda, for joining us. Welcome to the Scope. In terms of the 2 things I talk about in dating, is you've got to have deal breakers, which are important to know what you do not want to settle for, and also requirements, or I should say must-haves, the things you also do want to have a partnership.
Right.
Like you must have monogamy, but you have a deal breaker of polyamory, for example.
Right.
Some people that's not an issue. I've got friends of mine who they like having multiple partners. So it's different, you know.
Or like, do you want to have kids, or do you not want to have kids?
That could be a key thing too.
That's sort of really, really, really important to
Especially
know.
for those who are in their late 30s.
Guy liner is a deal breaker. I have to agree, Michael Mills.
Guy liner?
Yeah, guy liner.
Eyeliner for guys?
Yeah.
That's
Twice a week sounds like friends with benefits. Well, I mean,
Depends on your schedule.
if you're going to be like boinking twice a week and just like not talking,
Hang on,
the
Tyrone,
rest
a
of the
second.
day,
Johnson, you're on the question.
then yeah. But I mean, seeing each other twice a week. If you're dating, if you're like,
If you're in touch beyond that, you're not
you're-
just going to see each other twice a week and no other communication.
right, and if you're talking to each other for the rest of the week, I think that's cool.
Right.
Because we're all busy. We're all busy, but you make time for the people and things that mean something to you and are important to you. So, yeah.
All right. So Tyrone had a question, I think, although he's starting to throw curse words out. So, dude, clean up your act, or you're getting blocked.
Tyron, did you have a question that we could answer for you?
A real
Or
one?
Did you have a comment or something?
We had a few comments. I'm just worried about the questions.
Okay. Anyway, you'll come back if you have
We'll keep
something to
going.
say.
All right.
What else?
So,
A
So-
deal breaker is when I find out in not the only guy they are dating. Oh, that you're not the only guy you're dating. Well, you mean sleeping with or actually going out on dates with? Sleeping
yes.
with. Sleeping with.
That was the first part. The
For me,
second
it's
part.
sleeping with. If you're sleeping with somebody else and you're sleeping with me, I don't want to see you.
That's monogamy.
Yeah, I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you.
For some people, monogamy counts when you're married. Some people, it counts when you're dating. It depends on what your boundaries are, what your chores are. You know?
But if you're dating, if you have
Tyrone, in answer to your question, you ask her. That simple.
right. if
Marion, nice to have you here. Thanks for joining in the scope.
if you guys don't, for me, this is me. If you guys don't have a commitment, if you guys don't
Mm-hmm.
have something explicit saying, I do not want to go out with anybody else, and I would prefer if you don't go out with anybody else, and we're just going to keep
Tyrone.
this between us.
Last warning.
For me,
Clean up, or you're getting blocked.
then we just see each other. But if we're just dating casually and we haven't really talked about whether or not we're going to be exclusive with each other
Yeah.
and like explore a deeper relationship, then yeah, I mean, I'd really like to just be with you. That's it.
So
That's
Tyrone,
you, and that's it.
If it's a real question, the answer is you
Donna
ask
Black,
her. You talk to her
Deb,
about it.
hello.
So Tyrone, answering your question you've asked several times here, can you get your girl to suck you off? You ask her. You talk about it.
Yeah,
That's
you talk
how.
about it.
And basically, and also clean up your diet too.
And don't ask your girl to suck you off. I mean,
No.
really?
And if you want to really make it work, go down with her first.
Yeah. Go and thank you. I go in
Had to put that
heart
one in
open.
there.
Yes.
And respect. Come on.
Hi, Donna. Thank you so much, Deb. Yes, it's good to go in with your heart open, your mind open and your heart open,
Yeah.
and just learn about the person, right?
It's a discovery because you don't know the person when you first meet them.
Right.
I mean, yeah, you might know their Facebook profile or their phone, their social media dating one,
So I read something in a magazine.
Okay, Tyrone, you're getting a bit abusive. You're out.
I read something in a magazine that said by 3 months you should know whether or not you want to continue exploring
Sorry, I just blocked Tyrone, so he's out.
a relationship with somebody. Is that pretty accurate? Does that feel?
Say it again. Sorry, I was
Okay.
answering the question on Tyrone.
According to this
He's still
magazine
training.
article, it takes about 3 months to know pretty much whether or not you want to continue exploring a deeper relationship with somebody. At the 3-month mark, more or less.
This is a really conditional statement because if you're seeing somebody once a week for 3 months versus seeing someone 5 days a week for 3 months, it's going to be different.
I have a 3-month sex rule as well.
So no sex until 3 months. That actually isn't a bad thing to do.
Yeah,
Because
I
it is
agree.
good. It is good because the other thing also is that people tend to let their walls down over a period of time, and whether you are seeing somebody 5 times a week or once a week, 3 months of elapsed time when you know somebody, walls tend to start coming down. What about when the fire is gone in a relationship? Do you move on or keep working on it? It depends.
Yeah, it depends.
To answer your question this way, if you still care about the other person and they care about you, and there's love there, but there's no passion, no sex, no chemistry, there are things you can do to discover if there's still a fire burning. Because sometimes the embers are so low under the surface because you've gotten so into your businesses or you've seen too much. There are things you can do to reignite the spark. So that's not a yes or no answer, but you can, if you're both willing to, reignite the flame.
Love is a verb, people. Love is a verb.
Exactly.
Rebuild the fire, and if it doesn't work, then discuss it. Discuss if it's over.
Yeah, be willing to talk
Yeah.
about it. Yeah, absolutely.
So you talk,
But don't just give up unless you have tried that.
unless
Then-
you try, and you put in some effort.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. KT222. Hello.
Welcome to our scopes. Double scope.
Oh, that's right. True Colors Merling.
Merling. Okay. Welcome to our scope.
Regatta player. Hey, haven't seen you in a long time. How are you?
You know that one, okay.
From Joe Show.
Oh, okay, Joe Show.
Yeah.
I think that's the Joe Show. I'm waiting for some of the girls to show up. the Perigos.
Oh, okay.
Well, I figured Donna and Evie might show up. The East Coast Evie.
Evie, my crush. Hi. Thank you so
I
much.
love that.
Can a relationship work if the physical is bad? No. Personally,
It can be friendship,
it can be friendship, but
but if
they're-
the physical is bad, then it's not really romantic.
it's either there or it's not. The physical thing has got to be there.
I mean, if you're 95 years old, maybe.
If you're 95 years, well, yeah. But the thing is that there has to be.
Donna.
There's that animal.
Donna showed me you rang.
There's that
Thank
animal
you, Donna. Nice to
thing
see you
that's
here.
either there or not there, and you can't make that shit up.
I was
You
just
cannot.
messing with Evie, saying, "See, Donna's
Make
going to
it
show
up.
up," and you show up. That was you snuck in without telling me. Is that what happened?
Right. Right. So the physical. What do you think?
The physical's got to be there. If you want a healthy physical, if you want a healthy romantic relationship, it includes the physical.
Right. If you truly love them, but the sex is real humdrum.
Well, again, back to what I said earlier. If you don't have a spark, if the sex is humdrum, are you willing to talk about it and find things out? Maybe you need to start
Yeah.
playing with toys or fetishes or see a therapist.
But
If you care about each other enough and you want to explore that, why not? Because sex may not be guaranteed failing if it doesn't work the first time.
right, and there are people out there for whom sex is not as important.
Right.
I don't know who. But I've never met them before, but
Not in our circles, no.
not in our circles. Actually, one guy I did date one
Ooh.
guy for whom sex was not that important. And I was just like,
That didn't last very long, I'm guessing.
it lasted 6 months too long for me.
You went 6 months?
I went 6
Donna,
months.
you're leaving so soon.
I know.
Bye, Donna.
Oh, bye, Donna. Yeah. For some reason, he just wasn't into the whole sex thing. No, not married guy. It was
Okay.
a different guy. It was a computer.
Oh, no, buddy, the guy.
Computer guy.
Donna, sorry.
Oh.
I thought you were leaving so soon, you just got here.
Bye.
Yeah, that was the reason.
Yeah, no. He for some reason he kept saying I'm gonna get I'll get it was a physical thing. So I'll get Cialis. Blah blah blah. I'm like, hello. You know,
The clock's ticking.
The clock is ticking. Let's do this or not. And he didn't do anything about it. So tell me how to swoon you. Feed me. Tell me I'm pretty. Feed me, tell me, and throw chocolate at me when I'm.
In fact, this is a model of most women
Yeah, pretty much.
to a large degree. I mean,
Pretty
honestly.
much. Yeah.
You know.
Pretty much.
I'm thinking back to like I've had that issue with relationships in the past. I've had it where it's gone cold because she totally shut down.
Like physically?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where she wouldn't even let me approach, and when I was trying to approach, yeah, sex is important in a relationship, absolutely it is. And right, Donna, we're not that complex. Nor are the men, you know. You feed us, we get pretty interested too. Chocolate works for some guys, but feeding us and keeping us, touch from. And well, let's back up a second.
No, I didn't do a Cialis commercial. I was hoping that the guy would get Cialis because he kept talking about getting Cialis.
Jumps off track on that. Interesting.
Yes. Hell no.
Again, by the way, if you're just joining in the Scopes, we're doing 2 phones at once, so there's 2 different comment feeds going on, so you may be wondering what we were answering. It's on the other phone. What if your partner gets upset or moody if you don't fancy sex? Was that as often as they do? I missed the end of that one.
So go ahead. The woman shut down. The woman that you were
yes,
with.
well, the woman shut down. Basically, Tyrone, you're back again? Okay. You be nice? Yeah, okay. That's strike 1. You get 2 more and you're out. So, basically she shut down because she got hurt emotionally.
By you?
And in that case, yes.
Ah.
So I had paid the price for that. And so sex was going out the window because it was given up, So, yeah, that was so it happens both sides. So what I'm saying is basically for men and women it works both sides.
Right. I don't know Scott Nevins.
Who's Scott?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I remember when I was married, I had shut down shortly after we got married. Well, I was also, and this is very long.
Right. Sorry, you're out again.
Tyrone,
I think it's someone. I think
not classy.
No, I think
dude,
this
not
Tyrone
classy.
has like 17 different handles and he keeps plugging in, but he's going to keep going back. He's exactly done. He's out.
Anyway,
But that's the second time I've seen that name come up. We had one last night with that where somebody had 5 different Twitter handles. Same person kept jumping into our past the cars. Sorry. Same person kept jumping in. It's a she. Oh, well, we had that last night with a woman kept doing that on our Scopes. So yeah, people are starting to get sneaky about that. They get like 5, 6 different Gmail accounts, get Twitter handles, and they keep rotating through them.
they have no life. They have no life.
Well, like the fact they're interested in our stuff,
Well, yeah. Anyway.
Yes, so anyway, back on topic.
Shutting down emotionally. I know for me, when I was married, I shut down shortly after we were married. I was trying different forms of contraception, so different pills, and the last pill, and nothing really helps with the libido. And the last pill that I tried, my gynecologist was like, "Girl, if this doesn't work with the whole libido thing,
right,
then you got to look at you." And I'm like, damn.
You
and you know what? It just turned out that he wasn't the right guy for me, because shortly thereafter, I found out I was working just fine in that department. So it was just the relationship. It was the relationship that I knew something was a little bit off when we got engaged. And it wasn't that he wasn't a great person. He was like the perfect guy for me on paper. Like, well-read, well-traveled, spoke a different language. He was living in Europe. I mean, he was very, very classy, got a lawyer. He was amazing. He was amazing on paper, but he just wasn't the right guy for me. And I think the body holds such wisdom that we're not really aware of intellectually or emotionally, but our bodies know. So my body shut down.
Yeah, and that's another thing, women, ladies. Your body's have innate wisdom.
Yes,
it's
ladies,
amazing.
you gotta listen to your body.
I mean, we have some too, to a degree. I mean, I've experienced the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had the same experience where in fact, my 21st birthday, I was living in Hamburg at the time. Going back in old stories, and this woman was, how do you say this, presented to me by friends.
Like a present.
Yeah.
Here's a woman.
And she wasn't bad looking by any means. She was very attractive. But I shut down inside. Part of me just couldn't function with it. It was just not healthy. But what I found out afterwards was that she was actually looking for something just to keep her happy whilst her boyfriend was in the military elsewhere in the country. Now, I don't know. I didn't know that. I didn't have a radar on that. But it's some part of me just feeling like it just felt it was off, and I couldn't perform. It was like, and frankly, I was 21 years old. This scared the shit out of me. It was not something I wanted to experience. You know, so it works for men. I mean, it happens for men and women, but it does require you being connected to yourself, being plugged into who you are.
Absolutely.
Because there's a lot of people out there are so disconnected that when they're out in the world, they don't relate to anybody from anywhere beyond their mind or their eyes, not even from their body or from their intuition or their insights.
Brigada, stop
What?
it, behave.
Oh,
It's a serious scope. Ask me later.
is he pushing the envelopes?
Yes. Ask me on Joe's show. That's more appropriate for Joe's show. You can go
Yes.
ahead and ask me on Joe's show.
Although we do include a lot on the Deep Doctor's Ring. We don't actually have boundaries on that.
We have no boundaries on that either.
But if someone's on a personal direct focus on somebody, that could get clunky.
Yeah.
And I'm being very circumspect on that.
Okay, just kind of. What I say, Brigada.
Okay. He's
Thank
pushing his luck.
you. Joe show. We can talk on the Joe show, but not here right now. Thank you.
How many shows you got now? Doctor's Ring.
The Joe show. I just show up every now and then.
Okay,
you
so
know,
so it's his show you show
comments.
up on.
Yeah.
It's the Joe show, Parachute TV, and then it was the Dr. Evie show, and you got the doctors are in. You're all over the place now.
I am all over the place. Anyway.
Yes,
anyway,
all right. Fine.
So yeah. What else? Did you guys have any other questions?
We still have this is an open forum.
This is an open forum, guys. So feel free to ask some questions.
Any more thoughts, questions, comments?
How do guys get connected with their body?
This is an interesting, good question.
And are guys more? I mean,
Yes, you will be on The View soon. I saw that comment go by.
Yeah. Hi, Patrick. Thanks.
Part of it is because we get also caught up in the world, in our mind, and in doing things, and we lose touch with physicality. So for us, part of it is to really get out in the world physically, which means like go for hikes, go camping, do men's stuff. You know, do things that do physical exertion that connect us to our blood flow, to our sweat, to our connection. But also do things that put us in our masculine, which means get together with other men and be in our masculine hearts and be in brotherhood. There's something about shifting that energy that actually connects us back in, spiritually speaking, to our core. And this is deeper work that most men don't get to do, and I know because I've done some of this work myself, and there aren't many of us around doing this yet. It seems very much an elusive thing in a way. So when I talk about this, it's really for men to really get back to their true nature, because we've been trained by the world, by society, by the media, to be so like focused on the goal out there that we forget that we're driven by a deeper purpose, deeper meaning. So in terms of that intuition, that intuitive sense, it's innate in women because it's been trained that way. It's in us too, but not as overtly expressed because we don't have the lessons for it. But I'm a big fan of people owning their own skills, owning their own intuition, whichever gender they are.
It's taboo for a guy to explore himself. Society tries to feminize men. Sometimes.
I don't think it's taboo for men to explore themselves. It's just not usually appreciated by other men. Like I got involved in the personal growth movement in '84, so that's over 30 years ago. And back then, there were, and still is true, in most personal growth seminars, spiritual paths, teachings, that sort of thing, the vast majority of people are women. There are less men doing it than women. Some seminars get as many as 50-50, but it's rare. And that's a shame, because we men could do with learning more about the way the world works, about ourselves, about women, about how we relate. That's why I do the work I do. I teach this stuff because more men need to learn about it and more women forget how to do this.
Right.
So there's a driven part of me to really inspire, evoke, challenge you to be more authentic to your true nature. So there.
So there. And for you women out there, I don't know what you guys do to get more in touch with yourself, but for me, yoga definitely helps. Anything that helps me breathe and to be conscious of my breath. And
Absolutely.
I'm not talking about like going to the gym. Going to the gym is more like goal focused.
Yeah, which is masculine.
Which is very masculine.
Like the men do it. They're like bang, 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 got to get things done.
And yoga is really about being present to your body and present to the sensations in your body and your breath. So I would, for women who are looking for a way to get more in contact with more feminine side, more intuitive side, I would say yoga. I would say dancing.
Yep.
Any kind of dancing.
Here's the key, by the way. To know if you're in your masculine, is you're focused on the end result, the goal. If you're in your feminine, you're embracing being in the process of it.
Exactly.
So for yoga and dancing, it's the experience. For men, it's like, okay, are we done yet?
Yeah. How many sets have we done? How many sets have we done?
Right. At the end result, it's like I'm sweating,
look
looking in the mirror, I'm like, okay, I did a good job and go home now.
Exactly.
That's what the masculine's about.
Tantric massage, yes please. Yeah, any kind of
Sorry.
massage is really nice.
Yes.
Absolutely. Any massage is great.
Oh, and the other thing is for intuition, it's a very sensitive skill, meaning that if you encourage it, it grows. If you discourage it, it doesn't. So when you have an insight or intuition, which may or may not be accurate, if you take the time to say yes or thank you, even if it's off track, being grateful for your intuition, it tends to encourage it to express. It sounds like a really silly thing, but it's almost like if you imagine intuition being a small child inside of you, the more you encourage it, the more it thrives.
Right.
The more you ignore it or disown it or go, that was wrong, or you just doubt yourself, the more it shuts down.
Right.
But the good news is you can always retrain it and re-educate your own intuition. So there you go.
I'm working with one teacher. She's all about like getting more in touch with your sexuality, female sexuality. She works with women, a lot of women. And what she says is really start asking your body questions. How does this feel? Is this what would my body like? What would you like? What would you like, vagina? I mean, basically what she's saying. Ask your vagina. Ask your vagina, what is this right? Is this person right for me? And I'm not talking about like insta pleasure. I'm talking about like, is this person right for me?
You have the guidance. It's in you.
You totally have. Everybody has the guidance. It's just that I've chosen sometimes to not listen to the guidance.
And none of you have done that, have you? No.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Hi, Lionel.
Which teacher, by the way, can I ask?
Kim Anami. She's online. She's amazing.
I know that name.
She has a lot of Kim Anami. If you guys are interested in her work, she does. She really not only works on strengthening your vaginal core, but also really getting more into your body, just getting to know your body. I've been exploring my feminine side. How have you been exploring your feminine side?
Sorry, questions on the other
Yes.
scope.
Sorry, yes.
Take it forward.
Yeah, because that'd be really cool to hear how you're exploring your feminine side as a guy.
Right.
Was that a joke, Ken? Was that a joke?
Ken. Oh.
Okay. Anyway, so
moving right along.
Moving right along.
Any other questions or? Yeah. Okay. Fine. Any other questions or thoughts or another scope right on Joe's scope?
Not a joke. Oh, not a joke. Okay, cool. No worries.
Well, the thing is, men and women can explore both masculine and feminine. We have both in us. And that's something that some people forget. And by the way, back to an earlier question, somebody asked about when the sex goes cold. Oftentimes because the woman is in her masculine more than she should be for that part of the relationship, or a man is in his feminine more than he should be for that relationship.
Guys need to learn their personal erogenous zones.
That's not a bad idea.
Totally, I agree.
Yeah.
You had mentioned sort of tracing figures with their fingers, Michael. I think that's great. That's awesome.
Okay.
I totally, yeah. Tattoos, yeah, totally. I like a guy with tattoos. I do. Anyway, go ahead.
On your list of things you want to know about her?
That's number 27.
What about Evie?
I know.
Right.
Okay, go ahead. Love tracing tats and having mine traced. Yeah, it's very sensual. It's very
it's very erotic and sensual, and that's a part of sex which comes beyond the what's the word for?
Carnal.
Then just jumping right in. Yeah, wham bam, thank you, ma'am. That's not how it works.
Right. There's a seduction that goes along with it. It makes it more exciting.
What?
I don't know.
You went quiet suddenly.
We're very quiet. We're very quiet all of a sudden. Sensual seduction. Yes, exactly.
So we seem to be stuck in this place right now.
I know.
We're just getting sucked along.
I feel a little bit like I feel distracted today for some weird reason. Are you feeling distracted?
There's a lot going on. I mean, we have picked a location that's not the most conducive to quiet, private conversations.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people around us and people going by and stuff.
I've allowed myself to go with inclinations, let's just say for now. Things I couldn't before. Yeah.
So Lina said, do you think over time in a relationship people really let themselves be more emotionally free with their partner? As a rule, I don't know. But as a recommendation, yes. I mean, that's the piece again, is that you're asking questions that are great questions, and you may be in the minority to be thinking about those questions, because frankly a lot of people have no awareness of that stuff, or even consider that as an option. So you can, if you are willing to go closer, and it is a choice to make that direction, to get closer together, that the walls can come down.
Right. And it is that commitment to do that.
Absolutely.
To tell your partner and to say that I'd like something deeper. I'd like to go deeper. I'd like to get to know you more deeply.
Absolutely.
And to figure out how to do that
You're
in
welcome.
a way that's safe for both of you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you guys have to have that emotional connection, and it has to.
Well, you got to have trust in the first place too.
Trust.
Like to have a straight best friend male I can talk about things with, and he's open.
Very cool.
That's cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. Lionel, you're back. Welcome back.
Thank you for the hearts, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
for the
and thanks for sharing this out on Twitter and Periscope and Facebook and stuff. Any questions, any thoughts? I think I'm sort of tapped out right now.
I'm sort of tapped out too.
So any questions or thoughts before we sign off, since you have the floor? It's open forum.
We can talk about my dates.
Ooh, this could be a whole other hour.
Do you guys have time? Sit down, grab some wine.
You want to do it this week?
No.
Excuse me.
I'm in the dating circuit, so if you guys have any questions, I'm in the trenches with you guys. So I'm in the trenches.
Juicy stuff.
No. Everybody's been very, very nice. All the guys that I've met so far have been very nice.
One question is, how do you meet them?
I've met them on Bumble. I've met them through friends. I've met them through friends of friends.
Evie dates or with others?
Her own Evie dates or with Yes. Yeah. I always get lucky with myself, always.
Well, not on Grindr, no.
Not on Grindr, no. I mean, I'm sort of past that Grindr point. I mean, there's no point for me, really. It doesn't interest me.
But Bumble is more of a high-class Tinder or something?
Well, you can make any app the way you want it to.
Right.
You can make it into a hookup app. Or you can make it for you want to meet your partner.
I talked about using apps as a tool versus as a way to find, because you've got to know what you want first. Oh, by the way, I was talking to somebody about this on one of my scopes. That it's so much better if you know what you're looking for first before you jump into the dating apps, scenes, sites, and everything else.
Do you get offended when a setup is horrible after they say he's perfect for you? No, because that person who set you up probably doesn't know the guy that
either you or them.
Yeah. Doesn't know very. I mean, it's different within the context of a romantic relationship. Stuff comes stuff comes up that doesn't come up in a friendship.
What I've discovered,
I was smitten with a girl on Periscope.
yeah, that can happen.
That can happen. However,
You don't know all about them.
yeah, I mean,
You're only seeing this much of their person.
do you think this is the real me? I mean,
I've met her offline, so.
you know.
But the piece I will speak to on that about it went straight out of my head. Damn.
Brain
Something
fart.
about- Yeah, what was something about before that?
Dates, Sherry. Hi, Sherry. Apps to get to
Apps.
know people, or as a tool to.
It's a tool, getting clear what you want, discovering what you already know before you go into the apps. There was something right after that that just went out of my head. Oh well, it went. Damn.
You can't fake being happy. This is true. You cannot fake being
No.
happy.
The thing, you notice this, you watch people when they smile,
But you can decide to be happy.
but a giveaway, if they smile here but not here, you'll notice it. It's subtle, but it's sometimes you just go to somebody smiling, but they do it mechanically. It's not infusing their personality.
True that.
Yep.
True that. True that.
It's a big one.
Dating apps.
Yeah, there was something, it was like just a juicy piece in it, but it went away.
Evie's dating life.
I know.
How do I meet these guys?
I know, no, sorry. Oh, yeah, that was it was a thread in there. Thank you. About you're talking about how blind dates, so that someone set you up on the date, how you judge, how you
Yes.
perceive that.
Yes.
I have experienced in the past where a friend of mine set me up with a blind date, and I was kind of like, "You think that's who I am?" I mean, seriously, it was so not aligned. They didn't obviously ask me what I was looking for either, which is another part of it. You got to know what the person's looking for to really set up a blind date for them. You know,
True. What nationality do you find are the best lovers?
there's a joke about that one.
Michael, you know, I've mentioned this several times. Of course, it's not fair because
They're from the UK. Nice to have you here on my scope.
a lot of my
Fellow Brit, living in
boyfriends have
LA.
been part Italian or all Italian, so it's not
So
fair.
that's
So
the flavour.
I need to widen my nets a little bit.
Yeah, because you've got like 17 other countries in Europe alone.
I know. It's like I need one from every country. Italian, but also Puerto Rican guys. Oh, okay. I haven't Latino guys. Have I done? I can't remember. Let me look through my
Your Rolodex.
my Rolodex, and I'll come back with you. Thanks.
Fahim, nice
Hello,
to see you.
America. Hello. Hi, Farheen.
England. Oh, he's in England, which is cool. I mean, it's
Oh,
is it 1 in the morning there?
hello, the UK.
All right.
Juga.
Any other people on the questions, thoughts before we sign up? I'm thinking that we've wrapped up this topic pretty well, and most of the regulars have already disappeared. I think.
What did we do? Dating. We did. I have been to the UK, and he's from the
I'm
UK.
from the UK. I live there.
Yeah. A tornado watch was just. Should I tell my wife now, or wait until dinner is ready?
I think now would be good.
Yeah.
That was cute.
I am planning a book about something about sexuality, female development, something like that. Yeah,
Did
yeah, I am.
Oops.
It's in
Yeah, I
the
think it's close to 1 a.m. there.
it's been in the works for many years.
And I
just
have a
don't
book
know.
out.
Oh, he has a book out.
Sorry, you can read that. That's my book right there.
50 Ways to Love Your Lover.
Yeah.
50 Ways to Love Your Lover.
And you can find it on Amazon or on my website. So there.
Maybe I'll interview. Yeah, I will interview people. I will.
For your book?
Probably.
Yeah, that can be good to do. It's a lot less writing.
Yeah, we'll see.
Thank you, Donna.
We'll see.
Right, Donna's right there.
Donna, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Guaranteed this woman is right on it. I love those.
Thank
Yes,
you,
that. So
Michael.
thank you, Donna, once again. Sorry, look at the camera looking at the comments.
Yeah.
What's it like in America? Well, the thing is, we're living in Los Angeles at the moment, which is sunny and dry. But that's a microcosm of the United States. Or I should say, it's a microscopic component of the United States. But there's 50 states. A lot of stuff going on over there. So, I don't know. I think we're done.
I think we're done.
It feels
We're
like
done.
it.
Yeah. Unless you guys have any other questions, I guess we'll.
Relative to the topic of
When
the open
shall
forum.
I'm having a tea storm and lightning, where it's beautiful and sunny here.
So that's another part
Sorry.
of America. You're welcome.
Sorry guys, this is Los Angeles. We have beautiful weather all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, he's saying you're pretty.
How nice, thank you. That was too easy. You gave me that
Oh,
one.
we get better each time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
East Coast peeps. Love you guys. I'm a Virginia girl myself. I mean, and Rhode Island girl. But I'm
You
from
changed your what?
I'm from Los Angeles. Well, no, I'm from.
I know
I
you
get
did. We're
confused.
messing with you.
Born in Rhode Island, grew up in Los Angeles, lived in DC, lived in Argentina, and now I'm back here in Los Angeles.
Wow.
That's my story.
I grew up, born and raised in England, East London. Lived in Germany for a couple of years. Lived in Belgium. Then came out to LA. Haven't moved since.
Yeah.
Well, I've been in other states a couple of times. In Colorado and Virginia.
Virginia.
That's about it.
No, well, yeah, military, but we didn't move around all that much.
Cool.
Navy, but not a Navy brat.
No.
Yeah, we didn't move around. We just moved to Key West, Florida, for like a year, and then when I was 2, and then we moved back to Los Angeles.
So it didn't impact your growing up years much.
No.
Cool.
No. I would have loved
Something
to.
new about Evie.
Yeah, I would have loved to have lived abroad, like Germany or something, and learn a different language.
That'd be cool.
But oh well, I just learned Spanish in Argentina and Spain.
Yeah.
Blah blah. Yes, Barry is a Brit.
I am indeed.
I do not like Donald Trump. He's a child of God. He's a child of God.
However, he doesn't belong in the White House.
But I do not like him at all.
Yeah.
Did I love Argentina?
Argentina was White. Well, that's a small place to come from.
was a great experience for me. It was a great. I didn't love Argentina. I did not. But I learned a lot about myself, and I learned a lot about relationships, and I learned a lot about what I don't want
in
a relationship. Yes, I did.
Wow.
Because it was a 6-year relationship. It was
Oh,
a 6-year
okay.
relationship. That's a long ass time to be with somebody.
Yeah. I can imagine.
I learned that you can commit to a relationship, because the reason why I didn't leave earlier was because I was committed to the relationship. Like I wanted to commit to the relationship, and I wanted it to work out. What I realized was that with my commitment to my relationship, the commitment to myself sort of went out the window. And the most important commitment that you can have is to yourself.
Right.
And here I was complaining that this guy, oh, thank you so much, Borgata. I was talking about how this guy would never listen to me. He never listened to me. Never listened to me. Never.
He didn't what?
He didn't listen to me. Shut up. He never listened to me. But the thing is, I wasn't listening to myself. So how could I expect somebody else to listen to me?
So he was a mirror. Ooh, that's deep.
Anyway. So yeah. So if I had listened to myself, I would have left that relationship 2 years prior.
Hey, let that
Because I was having dreams about leaving. When you start having dreams about packing
That's a
up
sign.
and leaving
Yes.
your mate, probably want to start listening to yourself, right?
I would say so.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Right,
All
husband.
right, done.
I don't see no ring on this finger, okay? No.
Neither here. Wrong finger.
I have a hard time knowing when to say when. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's part of the journey too. You got to know yourself enough.
Yeah.
That's back to what we talked about earlier about knowing yourself.
yeah. The thing is, like, there are going to be times when you guys are struggling and you have hard times, and connection is disrupted by life and by,
Right.
you're just in your shit. But then you can always find your way back. But then how do you know when it's like, you don't really want to find your way back? You want to find your way out.
That's kind of telling.
It's kind of telling.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Just looking at both cameras, also both phone screens to see what else is coming up.
Yes. Any other questions, guys? Before we wrap up.
Excuse me. The end of this thing.
Yeah. Are you okay? Are you sick?
Yeah, no, this has been going. This is the end of 10 days of this, so it's almost done.
Were you sick? Like.
Last week.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Awesome.
you're welcome. Glad you were
Thank
here.
you. Are you still civil with the ex-hubby? The ex-husband?
You have to think about that one.
He actually contacted me last year.
Okay.
Well, I contacted him 2 years ago when I was going through transformation process, like EST, Landmark, all those big, transformation things. And we had to go back to the people that we have unfinished business with, and I had unfinished business with my ex-husband, because there was just a lot of bad blood, and I was bitter and he was bitter, blah blah blah.
So you did the homework.
I did the homework.
Yes.
And so I went back, and I was like, I felt myself like, I'm gonna tell him that I'm sorry. I was just like really pissed off
Through gritted teeth, yes.
I wanted to do it, but at the same time, I was just like, goddamn son of a bitch, I do not want to tell him that I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But I did, and the conversation, we ended up talking a little bit about where we were and how he felt, and he said some things that kind of pissed me off, of course.
Thank you, Laura. Yeah.
But But we hung up, and I thought it was okay, and I went on my merry way. And then last year, he contacted me, and he's like, Evie, I think we have some things we need to talk about. I'm like, oh, now
Really?
we have things to talk about?
On his jet.
Now we have things to talk about? And
On your schedule.
yeah, on his schedule. I'm like,
His
no,
schedule, yeah.
no. But I made myself available to meet with him because that's what he wanted. And then he kept
He was doing his homework.
He kept making
Yeah,
an
Donna.
excuse like, oh, work this and work that. I'm like, look, if you want to see me, and I told you I'd make myself available,
See the neck moving this
then I will make myself available and you will get your ass over here. But he didn't. And so
They didn't follow through.
He didn't follow through.
There you go.
God love him. Child of God. I contacted my abusive ex to say I forgave him, and he wished me an agonizing death. You know what? And that's
Yeah,
that's all you can
sometimes it's
do.
better to leave it alone.
But that's all you can do. As long as you forget, as long as you do your work.
And here's the thing, you don't have to tell him that.
Yeah, you don't have to tell him that.
You can do forgiveness work on your own to release him, release the past, release that stuff, and move on without doing that.
What a loser to lose a cash like you.
Oh, you
This is
thanked
true.
him. That's pretty cool. If you could thank him out of a true place inside,
Yeah.
you've grown huge.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge growth. That's amazing. It's a nice job.
Yeah, I've gotten to the point where I've thanked in my head because I do not want to see this person ever again.
In person, right?
In person, and I don't need to. It probably wouldn't be a good thing to. But I've thanked the Italian guy, married Italian. I've thanked him in my mind because he got me through. He made me really see myself in a different way that I wasn't able to.
Right. It's that outside perspective.
Exactly, and it was great because he got me to this point. My ex-husband, yes, he got me to this point. Argentina guy, I still have a little bit of beef with him, but I'm sure sooner or later I will forgive him too.
Another 10 years, what?
No. It's, I think once this whole Argentina business is done, then
Okay.
I'll be, you know,
Got it.
it'll happen.
So the Argentina business isn't done yet.
It will soon be done. But the willingness to forgive is there. The willingness, and Marianne Williamson says,
Willingness is the
the
job,
willingness to change your perspective is the most important thing. The
Yeah.
willingness to do that and keep praying or sending it out or releasing it to the universe or however you want to picture
works.
it is really
huge.
It's the work. And
Yep.
keep praying for that willingness to still be there because sometimes
Absolutely.
I don't feel like I'm very willing.
No.
Did you forgive yourself easily afterwards? With which guy? Because
Which one? Oh,
there's
Argentina,
and then there's
there's Italian.
and then there's yeah, and you know what, that's part of the hard stuff. Oh, the ex-hubby? Yes, I did. Because I realized where I was at the time, which isn't where I am now. And it's so much clearer in hindsight, isn't it? So yeah. If you can't forgive yourself, then you can't really forgive other people. So
And the truth is, you can't forgive others without forgiving yourself. Because forgiveness, actually, and this is a key piece you want to learn. There's a book by Colin Tipping called Radical Forgiveness.
ooh,
The whole process in it is for you to forgive yourself for judgments placed out there. Because if someone judges you, it's none of your business. It's actually nothing to do with you. So judgment is for you. Exactly, Donna. The judgment
that,
is for
Donna.
you, not them. You forgive yourself for judging yourself. You forgive yourself for judging somebody else. You let yourself off the hook for the judgment you placed. That's it. Period. End of story. Done.
we should talk about forgiveness, or I should talk about forgiveness, or somebody should talk about forgiveness.
Now?
No,
No, next week.
I don't feel like forgiving anybody
No.
right now. So I will be talking about forgiveness.
That might come up next week or the week after on episode 5 or 6.
Forgiving your partner for being an asshole. What?
I didn't script it. I didn't title it.
I forgive you for being an asshole.
This could get really messy.
I forgive you for being a dickhead. No.
We got some coaching
No.
on that.
No. It took 20. And you know what?
Yeah.
It's okay. If it takes 20 years, it takes 20 years. And I think it's a process. I think you go through deeper and deeper layers of forgiveness.
It's true.
I mean, for me, and I shared with the people on Parachute TV that if you're, especially if you are, for example, a survivor of sexual abuse, you don't just say, poof, airy fairy, unicorns, rainbows, and hearts. I forgive you.
If you
No.
can get some support in healing, that's good to do. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's
It
a
takes
huge
a long
roadblock.
time.
It's actually a roadblock for you to love yourself more.
Yeah, I look at it. I wasn't put on this earth to judge, so do what you do. Yeah, and it's hard for many people, most people, to get to that point of realizing that that other person has ultimate freedom to do whatever he or she wants.
And unconditional loving is not something that most of us can live with. We have to sort of get back to it or
Yes.
remember it on our good days.
Yeah, on our good days. When Kevin told me he loved me, I knew I had to forgive a past wall builder. Yeah.
But again, see, forgiveness will bring you closer. So it's a powerful tool to let you love somebody else more. What? You went somewhere then.
Yes, I did go somewhere. Because it was just a reminder to
Why
forgive.
forgiveness is important.
Because people fuck up. I mean, I don't know how I fuck up, but other people do
No,
fuck
you never
up.
make mistakes. You never.
I'm perfect, as you see. This is,
Hello.
Yeah, I mean, no, but it's really hard to forgive other people and to realize that you've probably done shit to piss them off too.
And truthfully, you'll probably have judgments against yourself and put yourself in that situation in the first place.
Yes.
So forgive yourself first. Again, I'll come back to it again and again. Forgiveness is an inside job.
Forgiveness
You do it for yourself. You let yourself and that person off the hook. You can move on in your life. Which means if you get new relationships, you're not carrying that baggage with you. And that's a giveaway, by the way. It's a
Yes.
powerful piece.
I've been a horrible girlfriend in the past.
I've been a horrible boyfriend too. I broke up. Okay, you want to hear bad stuff?
Uh-oh.
I actually broke up with one of my girls I was dating in my 20s on Christmas Day.
You're a shit. So have I.
So then.
We all have. We've all been, we've all been horrible people at one point. Because
Yeah,
we
that
were where we were.
Mhm.
We were immature. We didn't have the capacity to love ourselves. I dumped a guy for being short. And I haven't gone out with people because of,
Their height or their weight or their...
they have weird teeth or something.
Yeah. This is going to get down the road we're going down slowly but surely.
This is, yes.
We should think it's like a Friday night one or something. Like, I remember when.
Let's
what
talk-
I did then.
I know. We have to do that over drinks. The doctors are in with drinks.
Doctors are in the bar.
The doctors are in the bar. Ooh, that'd be so funny. The doctors are in the bar. Okay,
It's gonna be
guys.
a long night. All right.
Should we jet?
I think we're jetting off. We're
gonna
wrapping
jet.
up.
Okay. Bye, guys. Thank
for
you
watching.
so much.
Thanks for being a scope. Donna, thanks for being with
he
us.
is at
Barry
Barry
Selby.
Selby, and I am at Evie
Evie
Abad.
Abad.
If you want to check me out on Facebook, I am at DOCTOREBIE. Thank you so much.
Hi, Don. Thanks for being
Like
here.
me on Facebook. Like me. Just
Oh,
like me.
like her, please.
Like
She needs
me.
liking.
I'm an actor too, so we're all about being liked.
She lives for this.
Yeah, I do live for this shit. So
All right, folks. Thanks for watching.
follow us,
See you
like
again.
us. Bye.
Bye.
everybody.
Bye, Donna.
Bye.